Hey there, if we haven't met yet, my name is Sam. I'm co-founder of Food Truck Coach, and I'm also the fulfillment manager of the private event engine system that hopefully we're going to be building for you. So in this video, I'm just going to be giving you a walkthrough of the system from start to finish, kind of an overall zoomed out perspective of the journey we want your customers to go on in order to book a private event, and the system you would then have future customers just following over and over and over, so you get consistent inquiries in the door. So firstly, I'll be showing you a diagram which basically shows you what your customers would do if we installed the private event engine for you, from the very start of their journey, finding out about you online, to booking an inquiry. And the idea is we want to optimize every step of the journey and get you consistent inquiries coming in. Then after I've shown you the diagram, I'll show you what we're actually going to do and how your input might be relevant, what we're going to do, and all that kind of thing. So let's dive in. So this is your private event engine system zoomed out. This is a customer finding out about you to them paying a deposit and committing to an event. So we're going to go through each step and kind of break down the exact sequence of what's happening, and then we'll go through what we would actually do for you. So most people, when they're looking for food truck catering at their place or a function or whatever, they're just going to jump on Google and look for food truck near me, catering near me, that sort of thing. But there's a couple of strategies we can take to get to the top of Google's search results. We can develop the SEO for our website, which is great, except it takes a really long time. Number two, which is what we like to do to be able to get results ASAP, is Google Ads. So for the private event engine, we focus on Google Ads. We don't have time to wait for SEO to promote your site. This is something we can focus on later when you've got events coming in the door. Our logic says it's better to be paying between $15 and $30 for an inquiry. If 1 in 5 of these books, then you've got a pretty good business. We can scale your ads. Once we've got Google Ads running, potential customer is going to click your Google ad at the top of Google, and they're going to land on your website. So it's super important where they land. What is on your site is going to be the determinant of whether they go ahead or whether they leave. So that's your site. They're going to submit an instant quote request if they like it. This is going to take them into CaterCloud. This is the software we use to keep all your events in one place, your public events as well, or your contacts. We can see our calendar, we can see our pipeline. If you've ever used a CRM or you know what a CRM is, then that's CaterCloud. It's all linked with your calendar. We can keep track of inquiries, deposits paid. We can pay deposits from here. We can do everything all in one place, so it's all really easy. We'll send all the quotes from CaterCloud. We'll keep it all in one place. This is kind of the engine that drives it all. So the quote is going to be sent from CaterCloud. After that, we're going to make sure we automate follow-up. If this isn't automated, it's not definitely going to happen. And even the quote isn't certain to happen. So this is critical. It's not just to be getting the quote out to them for sure because you're not reliable. It's also an incentive for the customer to get a quote. They're not always going to submit an inquiry or email you for a quote, but if they know it's instant and they can get it right away, why not? I'll just get a quote. So this will get them a quote quickly, but it will also give you their contact details so we can follow them up here. If they don't book, we can follow them up with email marketing in the future too. We want to get into a conversation with them, whether this is chatting to them, you can chat to them through CaterCloud, or we'll simply give them a call once they show any sign of interest. We want to make a deal, get a deposit, send through CaterCloud, schedule it into the calendar, collect their final details for the event, make final payment, and confirm it. In terms of what we need from you, we just need all your business information, images, menu, private catering packages, pricing, so we can install that into the instant quote tool. But we just need all this stuff so we can basically plug it into the system, turn it on, and you will get leads. There's a few things you'll need to log into, like inside CaterCloud, and just things that we can't really do. So I will show you that right now, just inside CaterCloud, so you've got an idea of what the other side of it will look like and why it's a kind of hub that makes a lot of sense for mobile caterers. So this is inside your private catering pipeline in CaterCloud. So this is what it will look like when you get inquiries come in. They will come in under inquiry received or call booked. This will just be the inquiry form that's normally on your website. We will put a form on there that actually talks to CaterCloud. It will send the customer an instant quote for $2,448. It'll link all their information to CaterCloud so you can see everything in here. We don't have the exact event details yet. We've just got the suburb, because some people don't like to give their full address out straight away. You want to follow that up later on with a final event details form. So that's a form that we'll send to automate it later on. But yeah, you can see we've got all these details here. If we want to send an invoice to them, we can send the invoice. We can create tasks. We can do all sorts of stuff. And then of course the start time and the menu and all these details are inside the event card. Once the deposit is paid, if we've sent them an invoice for the deposit, they will pay the deposit, and then we follow up for the full payment. And then when the booking is completed, you will see inside the calendar, if the booking is completed, it will be moved to completed stage. So that's what your pipeline will start to look like once we get inquiries coming in. All your inquiries that aren't confirmed, they will be transparent, and the solid will be the confirmed ones. These are private catering, and we've got other things on the calendar as well, like for your public events and things like that. This can all sync to Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, Apple Calendar, whatever. So you can have it on your phone, you can send it to staff. And like I said, once the event is confirmed, it will go solid, and you will be able to see it in your pipeline and here. And when you start to get a flood of inquiries, you can be organized with it all. You can see who you've contacted, who's paid a deposit, and all that stuff. A lot of caterers have just a big ton of emails. They don't know what's going on with anyone. It's all mixed in with public event congratulations emails. It's hard to know what to do when you've got things flying everywhere. But you know, when someone fills out a form in CaterCloud that the quote has been sent, follow-up has been sent, and you can see what is happening with it in CaterCloud. You know the value of it, and you can see it in your calendar as well. So if we look forward to future months, you can see what's going on, and you can plan, prioritize. If you've got public events that you've got happening, you can add them in, and that's going to depend, right? If you've got an event that on this date that's really good, and you've only got one set up, then you're probably not going to want to accept a small private event booking. So that's just a little snippet of what CaterCloud can do. This is where we build your website. You've got emails and socials in here. So this is your social planner, email templates. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but we manage all your ads through CaterCloud, review management, conversations, this so you can talk with people through email. SMS is something we can look at after. And you can add all events into CaterCloud. Like you can add your public events in here. You can add your private catering gigs. You can add all the details in here. Yeah, application due dates, links, event contact info, all that kind of stuff. So super important, obviously, to keep track of all your events and have them all in one place. All right, so you've seen the customer journey for the private event engine. You've seen inside CaterCloud, the calendar, the pipeline. Just to recap what the private event engine does. We are running ads for you. They're coming into your world, landing on your website. We need to impress them with our menu and offer and packages and everything. The goal is to get them to inquire. Instead of just a basic inquiry form, we're putting this magical instant quote form on your site. This is incentivizing them to inquire, but also making your life a hell of a lot easier, so you know that those inquiries have always been responded to, and not eventually, but instantly. So when people are on Google shopping around, they've got their quote and they know what they're working with. They're not going to find someone else, make a deal with them before you've even got back to them. Once they're in your Cater Cloud system, you're going to chat with them through the conversations page. We're going to make a deal, get them on your calendar. I hope that all made sense. We can't wait to welcome you into the Private Event Engine system that so many caterers are currently killing it with. It's an absolute game changer for food trucks that don't have a reliable system for private events. Public events are always going to be somewhat unpredictable, but installing the Private Event Engine in your business makes getting private events a predictable, consistent process. Really looking forward to meeting you if you decide that the Private Event Engine is the right fit for your business. And if you're speaking with Nick or one of our other reps, don't hesitate at all to ask them about anything I've spoken about in this video. Our team knows the system inside out. We live and breathe it. So yeah, looking forward to meeting you. See you in there. Bye-bye.